Okay. So we are going to talk about email link templates in our quick ad hoc office hour session with Sam. And yeah, let's go over how customers could use link templates for, let's see, like using Liquid, which I actually even have a video about. So I'm going to try to find that video first. And then this video might make that old video kind of obsolete. Like we might not actually need to use Liquid. Or there might be a use case for it, but I think the link template feature is pretty cool. So like, why not use that feature? Um, let's see, link. Give me 1 second. Link parameter. Yeah, append. Oh, so I think we might have to watch an ad. Okay, so it's this video. Append filter. How to add link parameters using it's pretty much using Liquid. Um, but let's actually go. So I'm gonna show us an example of that real quick, and then I want to show us how to use link templates. So let's say we went to Braze now. So customers, our Braze customers always send email. Maybe I can actually use templated email, so we're not actually starting from like scratch. Well, let's pick one of these templates. Oh yeah, let's pick one of our welcome email gold program. All right. So let's see. We should have some links in here already. Let me actually go to link management. Oh, I don't have any links in the email. That's okay. So maybe on the for now marketing link, yeah. Let's say we have. I will go ahead and write the text here so we can see. Let's see, content, um, paragraph. So maybe we have assign FNM link is equal to https fornowmarketing.com. Um, right, and then maybe that link is getting used like in some of our in like our logo button, for example, FNM link https fornowmarketing.com. Yes, maybe, and which that actually works. And you might think that you can't actually use Liquid in here, but you can, surprisingly. Um, and then actually, I just want to test that real quick. So now that that's in there, if I hover over, yeah, see in the bottom. Oh, can you see my bottom left?
I do not see it.
Oh no. Okay, if you maybe I can actually click on it. Yeah, click on it and it redirects us there.
Okay.
Of course, in email marketing, we always want to add link parameters, UTM parameters, to kind of help us be able to track where that link came from, like give context to this link so that when customers click on it and then they land on this URL, it doesn't just say fornowmarketing.com, but it says fornowmarketing.com slash UTM channel equals email. Like it came from an email and then UTM something else to show that it came from something else. More context on where did we get this link. That's the point of link parameters. And I'm going to actually look at one of our customers to see an example of what they use. Yeah. Okay. So I'll give us a 30-second crash course on what this original YouTube video talks about. My hairstyle changes in every video, but the idea is like we do assign FNM link, and then you can set it to yourself to kind of add more values on top of that, and then you do append. And I see customers doing things like UTM. Well, at first you might need like a question mark to start the not question mark indicates the start of link parameters. So then UTM source, UTM underscore source might equal Braze. Um, and then like ampersand, like UTM medium might equal email. Maybe no quotes there. Um, let's see if this works. So then now, since I added these two UTM parameters, if I actually preview it now and I click on the logo, it should hopefully work first of all, and then yeah, look at that. Now it has. You can see my address bar, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
So it should have those two things. And by the way, this is something I learned a little bit into my Braze journey as well. But what types of UTM parameters are there? I think customers and a lot of marketers kind of use the term UTM parameters very broadly and like generally, but there's actually only like there are these 5 core UTM parameters. So UTM specifically, we'll look that up. But there's UTM source, medium, campaign, term, and content. I don't actually see term that much. I see these first 3 and then the last one. And what is a UTM? What is a UTM? Urchin tracking module is a code appended to a URL that helps marketers track where their website traffic is coming from by providing data about the source, medium, campaign, term, and content. So just like I said, giving more context to this link, like where does this user come from, right?
Hmm.
There's also other parameters you can put in a link that's not necessarily UTM. Like maybe the website that you're visiting has like custom parameters that you need to insert, make it load new things or give new discounts or whatever. So then those parameters could be like discount eligible equals true. So that we call that a link parameter, but it's not a UTM parameter.
Okay.
The UTM parameters actually has the word UTM in the parameter name. And then generally they're called link parameters, which discount eligible is a link parameter, but not a UTM parameter. So it's like a very subtle thing, but I think just knowing that kind of helps us when speaking to customers. Knowing that helps us makes a distinction. Like, okay, we actually have experience. We know what this is. Things like that. Questions there so far?
Not so far.
Okay. And hopefully also what I'm saying right now is correct too, because this is based on, I'm learning new things each time. I used to call them all UTM parameters until one of our engineering customers told us they're not all called UTM parameters. Some of them are called link parameters. And I was like, crazy. Who knew? Okay, now let's actually go to the link templates feature. So I'm pretty sure right now, if I leave it this way, then it should, it picks up the link, right? And
Hmm.
Braze is smart. It like knows whether it picks up the liquid version of it, but it knows that there's a link hiding behind it. That's actually really cool how it shows up like that. And as we work with our customers, that they want to add the same UTM parameters, or at least follow the same structure of UTM parameters on every email that they send. Like that type of liquid that we just had in there. Can I get it back? It's like I either see this liquid in every email, or sometimes it's hard coded in the link. Sometimes I'll see customers like, in here put like UTM source equals Braze. Like it'll be in there like manually.
Okay.
Which
So
that's
they
also
add it for like
not.
each link that
What, you,
they.
what was that?
So like they usually add it for each link that they put in.
You add it for each link.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's like I might have to put it here. I have to put it in the start now. I have to put it here. I have to put it here, and like I have to put it here
Okay.
every single time. So that's like the least scalable way, where you're manually putting it in every email. Let me actually write these down. Least scalable method. Add UTM. I'm going to say add link parameters manually in each link. Somewhat scalable method. Actually, this is like much more scalable method is use liquid to set link parameters at the top and use that variable everywhere, which is what our customer is doing currently right now, with a little bit of nuance because they have to pay attention to question mark or ampersand, right? And then we think that the most scalable method is use Braze link templates. Oh my goodness, link templates. And let's actually review the link templates doc real quick. Thank you for linking the link templates doc page in our customer doc. The FAQ as well as the link templates page should have some good information. You read through this page, right?
I did.
Yeah. What was like the most helpful part about this one?
I feel like it's pretty helpful and straightforward. I just don't know like how it works when I was using like the URL that the client provides.
Okay,
Because
okay,
it has
okay.
like the path and like some extra information like the campaign ID. So like I'm just a little confused on like when you apply the link template to that, like
Gotcha.
just like the whole thing. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. Um, and then there's also an option to prepend it. So I've only ever seen link parameters get added after the core URL, but you do have the option to add it before the URL, which I still don't know when anyone would ever do that.
Hmm.
But um, append created link template. Okay, okay, let's get to it. I think we'll learn by doing. So let me get out of this page real quick so I can open up link templates on a separate page. So first we're going to set up link templates, which you go to templates, email link templates. There is a central place where we can set it up. And then actually, I think I set this up as a test, marketing team default. So yeah, so a marketing team might have a list of templates they always want to use, and UTM source is a very popular one. Typically, it has the value Braze. It's like, oh, this is coming from a Braze email campaign. UTM medium, it's an email. UTM, let's see. I'm just going based off what our customers using. UTM campaign and UTM content. Let me look this up. Go back. How do they define this? Identifies a specific campaign and then content, similar contents or links within the same ad or campaign, ad placement or website with a specific creative used. Okay, so campaign is usually like what Braze campaign was this? Um, and we see a lot of customers using, I think you can do, um, oh, there should be like a campaign. Wait, default, most recent content blocks, preference center. Huh, am I missing options here? Right, I'm looking for content blocks. Most okay, I'll just copy it from here. I was looking for the campaign name variable tag, and it's usually available in here. Here, I'll show you. It should be available. I should be able to find it here. And you know what I'm looking for, right? The liquid tag.
Yeah.
Like if I go to personalization, yeah, there's more options here. What? How is that not available under here where we're gonna need to use that? Huh. A little product feedback for Braze. Okay, we're gonna go to campaign attributes, and we want campaign name. That's also what we see our customer use, but this is telling us like, okay, at the end of the link, can you please attach what our campaign name is going to be? And this is actually another reason why customers try not to put spaces in their campaign titles, because their spaces, I think in a URL, it sometimes doesn't work, or that's more of an SMS problem, or it just adds a lot of like messy characters, I guess. But it shouldn't be a huge issue. And then let's add UTM content. And for these two, I'm actually not gonna allow customization, because if it's ever coming from Braze and if it's an email, like those two should always be the same. So it's almost like, hey, marketer, you never ever have to change UTM source and medium, because it's for as long as it's coming from Braze, it'll always have the value Braze and email. So I'm not gonna allow customization. Same idea with campaign, although actually no, I am gonna allow customization here, because sometimes it could be the campaign name or sometimes it could be the canvas name. So maybe we will allow it, but by default it'll be campaign name. And then content, I definitely want to allow customization, and I won't even put a default value here. And I'll show you when that's ready. Ooh, it's also called query parameters. By default, link template values can't be edited. So link parameters or query parameters. That's another word for it. So I'm going to save template. Yes, I do want to save it. I'm not using it anywhere. Although maybe you do need to be careful if you're like updating a link template that's already being used. Automatically add to links in email campaigns and canvases. Safer way is disable it. If you know you're going to use it in almost everything and that's your operations, then I think you can automatically add it. You just have to remember to take it off if you ever need to take it off, I guess. So then let's see if that actually gets auto applied when I reload it. So right now, oh, I'm gonna actually so get rid of this. And if I go to link management, it got auto applied. So you see how like that got turned on. But let's say we didn't auto apply it. This is what it looks like at first. Click add a link template. It lets you choose. This is the one that we just built. You add it. And now it's like, okay, do you want to add it to this link? Yes or no? If yes, then Braze will add the following parameters: UTM source, value Braze, UTM medium, value email, campaign. We can leave it as campaign for this one. And then UTM content. So that's usually where we want to specify like where in the email was this link. So for
Mm,
this one, I would probably say logo or like header logo maybe because that was where the link came from. If I were to do, maybe I had the link like, okay, I'm gonna, now let's say there's a start now. And maybe to get to start now, it's for nowmarketing.com/start now. And I bet you if I add code a link, see how that got automatically populated?
mhm.
So Braze detects every link that's in the email and just scrapes it and then just puts it in there. It's like, oh, I also want the link to be added to start now. But this UTM content is going to be the start now button, or they might call it the main call to action, CTA. So the content is just a way for us to kind of remember like where in the email did it come from? Oh, they clicked the home logo or they clicked the main CTA. I'll call it the main CTA. Let me pause there for a second. Any questions so far?
Not so far.
Okay. Does that start to give you an idea of like why link parameters exist and why this link management is helpful? And like every customer wants to put parameters in there so you can track it. But does
Mhm.
this really have to become a manual effort for every link you ever send in every email? Or could it be streamlined and automated using a feature like this?
Okay.
That's what we're trying to like go over. I also want to show that Braze not only tries to add just so first of all, oh no, what have I done? Um, so Braze also does automatically add what's called the link ID. That's what lid stands for. So the
Mhm.
link that I only put in my header logo was this thing right here. Oh, but I guess did Braze add this or did we add this? I'm gonna get rid of that. If I got rid of it, right? Um, yeah, it's in there, but I think if I come back to it, I thought it would add let's see, header logo. I was trying to explain that the link ID gets automatically added to every link that ever exists in the Braze email. So like some people try to get rid of it, they don't know what it is, but it just gets put in there. You don't really have a choice. Um and then what I was gonna show is maybe for this link, it's for nowmarketing.com/ the question mark is already there. Maybe it's like customize equals true. In that case, does Braze know to add an ampersand instead of adding a question mark? So that because if you have two question marks, I'm pretty sure that will mess with the link. That's like
Mhm.
it's wrong syntax for a link. It's saying, "Oh, I'm about to start my link parameters," and then I have a link parameter, and then it's saying, "Oh, I'm about to start my link parameters again," and then that breaks the link. So every parameter that follows should be added with an ampersand. Maybe it's like customize equals true and I don't know, redirect equals true. Maybe I'll have those two parameters that already come with this product experience. But if I go to link management, okay, redirect is true. And then let's say I have Braze added and this thing is still not showing up. I might have to, okay.
Do you have to reapply for like the FNM link?
Maybe because I like manually took it out. But for this one, what I want to, my hope is if I click on this, first of all, it redirects correctly. And I know this is a little bit small, but we have customize equals true and redirect equals true. Up to that point, we added it. And then Braze successfully and correctly added the ampersand this time. Ampersand link ID, ampersand UTM source, ampersand UTM medium. Here, let me see if I can. Yeah, but my point is Braze knows to add a question mark or ampersand depending on what the link structure is. So up to this part, we wrote ourselves. And then Braze added this. Oh, and then you see how there's spaces. This campaign is called new space campaign space October. So I guess it doesn't break it. It just adds these %20s for every empty space there is. And then UTM content. Oh, we didn't give it a UTM content. Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's empty. Customize. Yeah. Let me see if I can click done, save it. Because I am curious why the link ID is not getting added there. But come on, moment of truth. Oh, interesting. Huh. Because without a link ID, you see how this feature is disabled? I can't use a link alias feature, which we could have another office hour session for, but I'm actually, maybe if I like use it again. Oh, I think that might do it. Image link. No, image link. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I think I broke the ability to do link link ID for the For Now Marketing logo. But that's besides the point. Any questions so far with what we did?
I guess like now I understand better because before when I try doing it on my own, I just see like okay like DTM content, like what do I do here and like why is it so like why is the link getting so long? So I was just getting confused on like okay like what does each part of the link mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now since you kind of like clarify it, I think I kind of get it.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, it's unless you actually break it down, dissect it, and read through it, it's just most of the times it's jumble, right? When you look at a link that looks like this, like we're not gonna actually try to read links. We just click on links, you know. But yeah, I think there's actually a lot of times there's context behind all the parts of a link, and now like I hope you can actually go to a link and like actually look at it. These Braze docs aren't good examples, but any like e-commerce website you go to, you'll notice anytime you see like UTM parameters, you should like check it out. Like, oh, what's my source and what's my channel and what's the content for it? Just Braze taking over our lives. So yeah. Okay, cool. So that's link templates. I hope that was helpful for you, and I hope that was helpful for anyone watching it on why we should use link templates.
So
Still
I guess
such a
wait,
mystery how this one's broken, but we'll come back to it. Yes. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say so I guess like another way of thinking of the link template is like when you look at the link, it's kind of like it tells you on like okay where you at with the link or like where it directs you, kind of.
Where actually it's more from like because the idea is the email recipient or the end user, they get this, let's say they got this email from us and they click on it, right? They land on a link that looks like this. It's less of where you're gonna go because the customer doesn't know or care what link templates are in the button they're about to click, but it's more for us to know where did the customer came from.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more information for us on the product side or the brand side. It's like, oh, we have a customer who visited us with these like parameters. Now we know where they came from. Yeah.
Okay.
It's more information for the brand and not necessarily for the user, the consumer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because like you said, like probably people never really look at their full link and see what's in their links, right?
Hmm.
So, yeah. Wow, I'm still caught up on this thing. Like, I'm still so confused why this won't replace. Okay, let me try one more thing and then wrap it up. I'm gonna just hard code it. It needs to show up at that point. It would be crazy if it didn't. Um, yeah. So yeah, see how it showed up and see how it automatically added a link lid.
Hmm.
That was surprising. It usually like you can't get away with not having a link ID, so I'm a little bit surprised that I was able to FNM link. How did I break it? FNM link, or was I never able to get a link ID added there?
I don't know.
Header logo. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't work on Liquid. Oh, that's something to think about. Okay, maybe a part two coming next time. All right, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.